Hey everybody, back again with Springfield Armory SA-35, and we are at the 2,000 round mark. How exciting. I know it's taken me a little while to get there. It took me several months as compared to the the 1,200 round update. I know, sorry, but we're here, and I've been shooting other guns, and ammo's expensive, and I don't have the time to shoot everything all the time, so I got it. I've gotten it to 2,000, and I'm not sure how much more I'm going to be shooting it, but I do still really enjoy it, and I figured I would do a quick update. Um, Maybe not so quick. I'm going to dive into this thing a little bit more as far as just my further thoughts on it. Um, the last whatever 800 or so rounds have been with the SFS kit from that I got from BH Spring Solutions. And as you can see right here, I have modified it quite a bit just for ergonomics because that's basically like a 90-degree angle, like the old Mark II, Mark III safety, and it really, when I grip pistol, I tend to, when I hit that cocking lever as it is on this, I tend to either ride that lever or I will kind of keep my thumb next to it, and it when it recoils, when it's like that, how it is right there with that 90-degree edge, it really digs into my thumb knuckle every time. So it's one thing I didn't care for. It was just a little painful. So I have been kind of sanding it and kind of grinding it down a little bit, and you can kind of see that just kind of how much I've taken off. But it's nice and rounded now, and it's getting close to being about perfect. Hasn't been a huge priority, so I've been just kind of doing it here and there and testing it at the range. Don't want to go too much with stuff like that. I'm not a gunsmith, but I do know that you don't want to overdo it right off the bat. So let me get this kind of centered here so it looks nice. But anyway, but the thing's been 100% reliable, 100%. Even with these extra parts that I had to fit that thumb cocking lever to this. I think I touched on that in the last video, but it's been great. It's been 100% reliable, no issues whatsoever. In the original video, I think I mentioned replacing that extractor with an OEM FN extractor, and it's still been fine. Let's see what other mods I've done. I have the BH Spring Solutions, the sear lever with the little spring on it that they make, that the Type 1 sear spring with it positions the sear off of it positions the sear lever off of the sear when it's not or whatever, because normally that sear lever just floats. If you've ever taken an old high power part, it just kind of dangles around in there. And I installed that a few hundred rounds ago, and it's been fine. Works great. So yeah, everything's fine. I took it to through half of a day of a 2-day pistol class that was shot outside in the rain, and that was at the beginning of May. And so this gun got nice and wet, and I shot it a good bit that day during a class, drawing from holsters and things of that sort. The holster I've been using primarily for any sort of range work, or I don't carry the gun now, but if I were to, this would be it. This is the JM Custom Kydex. It's actually a 1911 holster that I had to modify a bit with a heat gun because it wasn't quite wide enough, like right around here, to accept the high power. I know leather holsters seem to work fine. I've got a couple for 1911 that work fine in the high power, but for Kydex, I had to heat this up and kind of remold it just a little bit. But JM Custom Kydex is excellent. I've got tons of their holsters, or I have had, and I have other ones. But so that's the holster I was using. It's got the discrete carry concepts clip. I know it's not a very traditional holster for a nice traditional gun like the high power, but I mean, this is a not an original. It's a modern uptake or a modern take on it. It's, you know, it's a copy. It's a shooter. I shoot guns, and you know, I wouldn't just keep a gun for whatever reason. I just you know, I like to shoot them. So still got the grip tape on here. It's a must for this gun for me. Really like having some grip tape up front. And I've got some extra mags now, and this is just a Metgar 13 round mag, and I've got a few 15 rounders and some other 13 rounders, and they all work great. But yeah, everything is working really great on this gun. Like I said, I got it in the rain during that class, and I kind of, it's probably kind of mean, but I kind of purposely didn't really dry it off as much. I kind of just let it sit in my range bag after the class, just to see if it would rust. I assumed it would, but it really didn't. You know, the top of the pistol got most of the water, and it really didn't. It just kind of dried off, and it was fine. So, as you can see there, I painted the front sight orange, just for some better contrast. Really like the orange front sight mod. But it's been great. Great pistol. Really awesome. And 100% reliable for me. I know people have had issues with other Springfields in the past as far as the high powers that they make. You know, it's demand is crazy, and they're probably cranking them out as fast as they can. And when they crank them out quickly, then QC probably suffers a little bit. So I got real lucky with this one, and I'm really happy with it. And you know, as I mentioned, I believe in the past videos, but so that's really it. I'm probably going to do some comparison videos in the next. I mentioned not carrying it mainly because it's just I'm not that I think it's unsafe. I don't think it's unsafe, especially with the SFS kit. Even with the standard cocked and locked, I don't think it's unsafe at all. But it's just not a gun that I really want to carry necessarily. I don't know. It's really thin. It's, you know, like a 1911, but even thinner. The grip is short, like a Glock 19. If you hear something in the background, it's my dog. Sorry. You know, it's got a Glock 19 size grip, which is great, and basically a 17 length slide, which is even, you know, even better. It's like the perfect carry combo for me. So size wise, it's great. The weight's not a big deal. Everything about it is actually really good for carry, and I would totally trust it at this point, carrying it in this if I were to walk out the door with it. Not a big deal. But I've got other guns that I really prefer to carry. I'm you know, it's just, as much as I really like this gun, I'd rather just carry other different guns that I like more for that purpose. So this is just kind of, I'm not sure how much I'm going to be shooting it, so don't expect a 3,000 round update anytime soon, but I'm going to do some other videos here and try to upload more. I know it's been a while, but I appreciate everybody that's subscribed and has commented on the original Springfield videos that I made. Definitely appreciate that. It's really kind of cool having a video get a little bit of attention and get to interact with some folks. So that's been pretty cool. But anyway, just quick, and just want to wrap up this video real quick, and hope you guys all have a great Memorial Day weekend. Talk to you later.